All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Boy,
The invite. We just saw the invite. And yeah, where do we start?
Ooh, well, I was pleasantly surprised. This was another movie that I wasn't that keen on seeing.
Keen on seeing?
And you can obviously tell that I really enjoyed 3/4 of it.
I enjoyed parts of it. Yeah. Seth Rogen is, look, hey, he brings it.
I think all of, listen.
Yeah, they all do
okay,
good.
so let's just know that this is a movie with 4 actors in it.
4 actors.
And it takes, the whole thing takes place
almost
in an
all
apartment.
of it in the apartment.
Yeah.
and I guess I'll say this. I tried to avoid spoilers, so yeah, I knew the setting, you know, with the 4 actors, the setting. I didn't even watch the trailer, so.
Oh, okay.
So
I think I watched it. I'm pretty sure I watched it.
But you know, you can't. If you're on social media, it's hard to avoid. I would fast forward or skip over anybody trying to talk about it, but generally, heralded as great comedy. Go see it, great comedy. And I'll say this.
I wouldn't say it was a comedy.
Exactly.
At most, it was a dramedy.
It's a dramedy. If you go in thinking it's a rom-com, it ain't that.
It ain't that. And there is no sex in the invitation.
Yeah, and it, like you said, you enjoyed 3/4 of the movie. We probably are pretty much like minds there. I don't even know if I'd go to that high of a percentage. The comedy parts, the comedy beats, I thought really hit. Right, but here's the problem I got. You know, I'm a big escapist entertainment person. I don't need anybody to pick at the scabs of the drama of my life.
This one you can. I'm sure you had the same.
And anyone that's been in any kind of long-term significant other relationship, this plays on all those strings.
100%.
And some of them in a very hilarious way,
we were all having
but some
PTSD.
of them in a painful way.
For sure.
From a PTSD, like you said, from a
For
PTSD standpoint. And in some ways from a bittersweet standpoint, because if you look at somebody like me, I can't speak for you because you're married and you're in a committed relationship. I haven't been in one for a long time. So in some ways it's a little bittersweet to me because I'm like, I miss that kind of relationship, right? So
for sure.
So some of it brings up the positives of being in that kind of relationship, but some of it brings up the negatives of being in that kind of
doubt. And
right?
I was having flashbacks to previous girlfriends.
Yeah, right.
I could give you some example. And when we get to the point, I'll talk about those.
So I've rambled on there. So what would you say from a summary standpoint?
From a summary standpoint, so this is really more. It's all acting. There's not a lot, but yeah, I think this is a very good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I will say this: it's a good movie. But you got to manage your expectations. Don't go in expected to walk out uplifted.
100%.
I don't think.
That was honestly my real problem with it. It could have ended it 10 minutes early.
At best, you go out
early.
feeling melancholy.
Correct.
At best.
Right, because...
we don't necessarily have to spoil it. But,
I don't think we... For now, I think we'll get into spoilers. But yeah. Again, I think this is a movie, too, where I'd actually say spoilers. Go in it not expecting what you are, right? Because
like you said, go in. Okay. When you hear people saying best comedy of the year or best, this is not that.
I did laugh a lot, but
like I said, the comedy beats. They nail the comedy beats, but that's not.
This is not a comedy.
It's 30% comedy.
Right.
At most.
I think they call it a drama. But this is a drama.
Yeah. So I think it's oversold as a comedy, in my personal opinion. It set me up coming in thinking I was watching a comedy.
Well, I was expecting it to have more of the better ending, Okay. Do we go to spoilers now, just so we can say?
Well, we could hit some of the high beats from a comedy standpoint, like I said, Seth Rogen really hit it.
Seth Rogen was
come on.
Well, and okay, I think we can start with the start and up until the other couple shows up, which is a good part of the movie, right? It's about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Well, and let me give a quick plot summary, right? So
I think that's
a
useful.
dysfunctional couple, well, at best, that would be a kind description. A dysfunctional couple invites their upstairs neighbors that they don't really know well down for dinner, and hilarity and drama ensue.
Well, and again, they bill it as a comedy, and the invitation refers to, and I don't even remember the trailer.
Invite, I guess.
The
is the
invite.
Name. Invite.
Well, you could. You think what
it's got several it's got several meanings, right? It could be the invite was they invited them down,
yeah,
right?
I feel
but
like
that's not what it was.
I feel like
the invite was the
trailer
orgy
does
thing.
that. Yeah, is that it's
not to
be
spoil. They would go with spoilers, but yeah,
it's an invitation to group sex.
Yeah. It turns out the upstairs
swapping
couple. I mean, because that's what even before we see the upstairs couple, one of the ongoing comments between the husband and the wife.
That's what they reveal, right?
Are the noise that the couple upstairs is making during their intimate times.
Right.
And Seth Rogen.
So loud.
Seth Rogen's wanting to complain about it.
Yeah.
And so that becomes a through line for the whole movie, is their upstairs neighbor's noise. So it turns out it's because they're a very sex positive couple, and
right.
and have multiple partners and
which gets revealed as you're going along.
Yeah. You find that out about probably a little over halfway into the movie, something like that. Probably.
Yeah, in the second half, because again, there was a lot of setup.
Yeah.
No, I love it. She tries to gaslight him, I guess is the turn. Oh, no, I told you yesterday that this was all happening.
Yeah.
And then when this other couple comes through, Ed Norton, who is
he did a good job.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And Penelope
his reactions,
Cruz, where she's like, well, you did this all, because she's very excited, and
like
again,
she's been planning it forever, and she's been telling him about it forever, gaslighting the hell out of him.
I was dying.
Yeah.
Absolutely dying.
New carpet, new top.
The new carpet, and the new rug.
Yeah.
And the guy, the guest, Ed Norton, he flips out about it.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there lying through her teeth.
Right.
But she had so that's what, having dated girls that lie to you. That was what triggered me repeatedly.
Yeah.
So one of the things that happens is as they're going through the apartment, he goes, "Can we put shades
curtains over the window?"
On this apartment. Oh, I love the light. I
love the light.
Later on in the evening, that was before, so they sprinkled a lot of stuff too, and I love that. Yeah. And then, it comes out, and they're like, "Yeah, we've been having group sex and this and that," and then it comes out that she likes to walk by that window naked, so the neighbor
can look down and see
at
her.
Mm-hmm. And he flips out, but she had these mannerisms of an ex-girlfriend of mine. I was like, that's exactly how she would act when she was caught in a lie. And it was the kind of infuriating thing when I was a younger man. I don't get upset now when someone lies to me. But it was so on the nose. And again, Olivia Wilde, she played great because I hated her from the beginning. Yeah. All of the stuff she was doing.
Well, that's just it. I mean, and that's why we keep coming back to it being a dramedy and all that kind of stuff. I mean, because it wasn't just played for laughs.
Not at
there
it's a dark movie.
There were quite a few funny moments in there, but it's a painful movie in many spots.
I was super disappointed. I'll tell you which part I was disappointed in. When Seth Rogen is constantly making jokes. And he, when they're talking about menopause or perimenopause, and she makes this whole thing about how would you feel if your nutsack and he backs off. He doesn't make the joke.
Yeah.
And he even made the joke. Can we say this one? when you find out all the stuff about Ed Norton's character, who's a fireman. I'm sorry, firefighter.
Yeah.
Found that a little annoying.
Right.
And he's like, well, my wife died of cancer.
Right.
And then I had this whole
reinvent myself
movie,
and blah 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 and all that.
You know, and you know, in the movie, and this is the rough stuff. I guess we won't even go into what he enjoys sexually.
Right.
But he makes a joke about it, and they all fucking blow up at him and get angry. And I'm like, okay, but that's in character. But it wasn't in character for him to not make a joke. He should have made one more joke about his nutsack or something, and he didn't. And I was really disappointed.
Well, and I think what the movie's telling you there, he was intimidated by her.
For sure,
because he was so attracted to her, I think, right.
So that's good.
And you certainly can't blame her for him for that.
No. That was a great scene. Okay, so they go through the night and they're doing it, and as soon as the other couple, like, basically says, "Oh no, it's not that she," you know. That they mentioned the growling sound. It's like, oh no, we've been having other people over. It's not just the two of us.
Right.
And they get so excited. They're like, okay, I gotta go. The couple goes into the other room and they have this discussion. Like, oh my God, I love this. We got to invite. This is before any invitation, before any discussion. They're just now like, they're a relationship that is actually dying.
Yeah.
But now this is like a whole new world. So they have all these questions.
Yeah,
they're not talking about having any kind of group switching, but they're just like, oh, we've got to find out about these people. Yeah. This is new and interesting throughout our life, right? Because what was the show they mentioned? Below Decks or something.
Some kind of reality show.
That's the reality of married life. Is you sit on the couch and you watch other people's lives.
Yeah.
No, but when they do, they're finally like, oh, we're going to go ahead and do this. You guys go into the kitchen and we're going to go into his office.
Yeah, they pair off.
And he's dancing.
They swap. They do partner swap.
Yeah, and Joe Rogan.
Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Seth Rogen. I said Joe. Seth Rogen. Yeah, sorry, Joe. I didn't try to do that confusion. The awkward dancing, that was even better when they had the conversation. Seth Rogen keeps going back to it, and you want to involve me in this, right? Like,
that was funny.
And you and I were both laughing.
Yeah, we were both laughing because,
he's like, wait, okay, so I'm still involved
Ed Norton
in this.
And Penelope Cruz proposed that they go ahead and have a.
Three out of the four people have a different level of general attraction.
But he can't believe. Yeah, like, Seth Rogen can't believe that he's part of this.
Right, right.
He goes, and by group sex, I'm in this group, and he bring at least 3 or 4 times. He keeps bringing up, trying to.
No, he was really great, and I think again.
And another funny joke that I think we both appreciated was early on when they were talking about how she redecorated the apartment, and I think Ed Norton or said something about channeling the energy, and Seth Rogen said something like as though that's something that can actually be done or something like that. And so then that became a whole little running gag about energy.
Okay, so I had a friend 20 years ago. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I used to work with, and as a physicist, used to work at Idaho National Labs, among other places. I worked with him, and he got married very young, and he eventually got divorced. But at the end of his marriage, his wife got into Kabbalah, and she would drag him to these Kabbalah meetings. And I don't know if you know what Kabbalah is. It's Jewish mysticism or something. And they would try to describe physics. He ended up becoming like an avowed atheist, would go to atheists. Anyway, that scene reminded me of all the crazy things that we do for our spouse. Yeah. And he would just sit there and he's like, I'm sitting here listening to these wacko people,
Well, all right. I guess we've gone on long enough about this, but So, but you recommend it?
I recommend it for sure. That's actually a movie. I don't know if I'll take the time to watch it again, but I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah, well, I would
most
say
of
this.
it. And I don't know if I'll sit through it again, but
yeah, you don't have to run out to the theaters to see it. You could wait for it to be on streaming, and make sure you're ready to be in a melancholy mood.
It ends on a big downer. I didn't like that.
Yeah, if you are.
I thought.
If you're looking for something to be uplifting, this isn't the.
That's yeah.
If you're feeling a little down, you want something to pick me up. This is not that movie. Go in prepared to be taken down a notch or two in your happiness level.
That's the part of it. It's the multiple layers of the different
and that's my biggest disappointment, because it's being promoted as this big comedy, and maybe we're both looking at it through the wrong lens. But it's being promoted as this big comedy, and I just would not classify it as that.
Well, I think we talked about that in a previous podcast, where they've reached a level with trailers, and a lot of times they'll cut different trailers for different pre-movies,
right,
to get you to go to it, and the movie's completely different from the trailer. And this one suffers a little bit from that. This is not a comedy.
Yeah.
I think it's a good movie. I think you may enjoy it. Don't go and expect
well acted,
fantastic.
Well done.
Fantastic. All four of them are great.
Yeah.
In this, it's this is not a movie with multiple scenes and it's
a character-driven.
One
it's a character-driven movie. Again, all the positives. Just manage your expectations.
Right.
All right.
Very good.
That's it.
Take care, everybody.
All right.